What don't you know?
I'm looking at the shadows.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what? That light might need to be in front because now we have a shadow across us.
We could bounce the light or something fancy like that. Maybe.
And then maybe we point it up or something so it's not directly at us.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Now I think it'd be best to put it right on that thing, right on that table. Yeah, just move it onto the table so we get a direct shot from the front.
And Jonathan, you can take a look at
It's the extension cord. Just flop it up on top.
to see where you could step in on this side of him.
Oh, okay.
And
just
that way
lift it
you'd
up.
also
It's
be in my
extension cord.
shot that comes in from that way, looking that way.
Just right over the top. Yup.
Hey, William.
And then maybe not shine it directly at us, shine it up above us.
We're in Delaware.
No, we're in Jersey.
What?
This is Jersey.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Point it up that way.
We'll have to talk about this. Yeah, we'll have to discuss this.
A little bit more. Just point it straight up.
Just down on me, it looks good.
All right, down's actually better too. All right, we're illuminated.
Okay, no, you got some good light on your face.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm not bleached out. My beard's not too burning.
All right,
Got
so
that one little shadow.
so
but
this young
no
lady's getting
biggie.
ready to bring me a big fatty,
All right,
and then we'll just start talking.
and then we'll start talking.
You went live already?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're live.
Okay, so yeah,
Hey,
warm
what's
up the
happening? Vernon's people. I'm NJ Weedman. I don't know if you know me or not. Me and him been featured in a couple things. I seen us on like Headline News one time. We were both on the same thing as what was it?
Super Freaks of America, maybe.
It was something like oddball politicians or something.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was.
That would make sense.
It was two times I remember me and you featured on the same thing.
Very nice pictures. Well,
Headline News. Man, I can't remember the name of that show or the name of the title of it. But anyway,
Okay,
if I went looking for it, I could.
oh yeah, no, we go back a ways, and we have appeared at various things, and yeah, we are. I guess what. I guess in the libertarian circles, we would be called celebritarians or celebrity activists or
Something like
things
that.
along those lines.
Yeah,
people
we
within.
both caught our share of fame
Yes,
or infamy.
true.
Depends on how you look at it.
Very true.
You for your political views and your hat, which you don't have on.
Oh,
your
my goodness!
boot.
What? Yes,
Yes.
I was going to wait till till you go live.
Yeah, and then
But yes.
then me for my whole civil disobedience weed shit, legalization arguments.
Indeed.
You know, lately I piss off everybody because I'm so anti-Trump.
Okay.
But I
Right
don't
on.
care. I'm not even pro Harris.
No, I hear you. No,
I'm not.
Trump's
I'm just
he's
anti-Trump.
insane. He's a
Yes.
madman. He's
Yes.
insane.
Yes.
He's an obnoxious, horrible human being by any account.
But technically, I sent the email to both of their campaigns and invited them to come here. Neither
Okay.
one even bothered to respond.
Ah,
And you're here.
yes,
So
indeed.
we got Vermin Supreme, presidential candidate at NJ Weedman's joint.
We are here live.
Trenton,
we
New
are
Jersey.
in Trenton, Delaware, New Jersey, Delaware, and
No, we're in New Jersey.
we're
Delaware.
Are you sure?
70 miles south of here.
Not when I'm done. Not when I'm done invading New Jersey. We're going to make this part of Delaware. Trenton. We already have a Newark, Delaware, and soon we're going to have a Trenton, Delaware.
I think there might be.
Yeah.
All right, I'm waiting for my joint, y'all.
Yeah. It's,
I can't officially start this conversation
right.
without a fucking
We
joint.
are a little too sober for that sort of foolishness. No, we need to expand our mind, expand our consciousness, and get our heads on straight, if you know what I mean.
Right, one moment. I'm going to try to get this joint here.
Oh, certainly. Wait. Yeah. Well, who knows? Could be trying to. Maybe they're making a real special fancy joint. You just never know.
Fancy joint.
Fancy
Vermin.
joint. Hey, oh look, it's Jonathan Reels, my running mate, who flew up from Alabama to meet me here in Delaware, and here we are.
I really think this idea of annexing New Jersey and the Philadelphia airport is going to work really well. It's going to work really well together. It'll be the whole boot. Delaware will become the boot.
Delaware will become the boot. It will be the boot. Yeah. So we've been here since. I've been here since Sunday. You've been here since Monday. We have been doing events every day, every night. And how you feeling? How you feeling about that, champ?
I'm feeling very excited about this election. We're going to win, Vermin. Delaware is going to change the landscape, quite literally, of America.
And as they say, as goes Delaware, so goes the nation. So apparently, somehow we've taken a wrong turn, and we're actually New Jersey. For now, it's New Jersey. When we're done with it, we'll be part of Delaware.
Old Jersey. It'll be Old Jersey.
However, we are at the Weedman's joint, and me and him, we go back a ways. He's agreed graciously to host us today and this evening and have a chat with us. But we are waiting on the joint because he wants to get his head on in the correct fashion. So yeah, absolutely. And so what else is happening, Jonathan?
Well, I think we're going to have a good conversation. We got a few questions from online. Hopefully we'll get those in for you guys. And
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this discussion. I'll get out the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, sit in that chair. See if you're in the shot for me.
It won't go in my pocket.
Holy crap, look at the size of that.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm going to go live on mine.
Okay. Very cool.
All right. It'll take me a second.
Sure.
Take a second or two
Sure.
to do it.
Sure. You take your time and say some magic words to the people and let them know what's on. And yeah, we're good.
All right. So, on all my Facebook platforms, at least 5 of my 9, I'm going to go live.
9 platforms on Facebook. What
But
do you got?
They're kind of different things.
Okay.
It's my personal one. It's my personal one.
Yep.
My public one.
Uh-huh.
My dispensary. My restaurant. All right, so there we go. It's going to take a second.
Oh, sure.
I just hit live.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take a couple seconds to actually go live.
What do you use, like a StreamYard or some software to?
No, this is it's called Mevo. I can
Mevo.
have 6 cameras hooked up.
I love
Sometimes
Mevo.
I 6. Yeah.
I've got my Mevo with me.
Yeah, like these are great. Oh, there I go. I just went live.
Oh.
So I'm live on Facebook on all platforms.
All.
Yes, well not all. No, I actually have 9 Facebook pages. And
Wow.
we're on 5 of them right now.
Oh man, I should have punched in my Facebook pages too.
Probably could.
Too late to do that. Next time though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can send you a link, or you can go to my page. Somebody can go to my
Oh,
page. and send you
yeah,
a link,
I'll
and then you
definitely
put
share it.
on-
But
and
we
you
could
can
have
share
gone
it
live
afterwards.
if we're afterthought, of course.
Yeah. Well, we're stoners,
It's
That's
true.
it.
It's true, and I'm a boomer, and it's hard to keep track of a lot of these social media accounts and all the things, especially organizing tours and stuff. It's been sort of tricky, because I'm like people.
Where's that shadow coming from? I got a shadow going across my chest. Where's that coming
Let's see.
from?
From
that over
from the
there?
table itself? No.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess it's. I don't know.
It looks weird.
It does look weird. It looks like
Goes
we're
across
buckled
you,
into
too?
a roller coaster ride or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
at least
well,
we're safe.
The hell with it.
The hell with it.
All right. So, to my audience.
Yes.
All right. I am here with Vermin Supreme. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he's been infamous or famous, depends on how you want to look at it.
A little bit.
For years.
Little bit.
He has a little eccentric or ahead of his time political views. Again, depends on how you look at it. Off and on over the years, me and Vermin have both been depicted as a little eccentric.
True.
Whatever. Sometimes I own up to that.
Well, I think that's important. I think that's what often gives the media the hook that they like. They want to go and cover exaggerated characters or just characters in general.
Yeah.
And, I think we both use that to a certain extent to gain that notoriety, to get known out there on the internet. It's me, Vermin Supreme, from the internet, people.
Now, he's running for president.
Fact. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's very
He's
true.
a third-party person running for president.
Correct.
Now, I couldn't get Kamala here. Couldn't get Donald here.
No.
Couldn't
not
get
today.
anybody else here.
Not today.
Vermin showed up.
Thank you.
All right. So, just a little question and answer. No.
Yes, very casual.
No detailed, whatever.
No
I'm
shtick.
gonna smoke weed.
I'll do a little
He's
sip.
smoking weed too.
Yeah, I'm
There's
smoking
no
weed.
doubt about this presidential candidate. He inhales.
Indeed.
You know.
My fellow Americans and others, welcome. My name is Vermin Supreme. I am a friendly fascist. I am a tyrant that you can trust, and you should let me run your life because I know what is best for you. I will promise you anything your a little electorate heart desires because you are my constituents, because you are the informed voting public, and because I have no intention of keeping any promise that I make. So this election year, vote early, vote often, and remember, a vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote completely thrown away. Thank you.
So you're not gonna keep any promises?
Well, it's yes. Oh, I have discovered in my long and storied career that it is always good to have the ability to deny everything, even if there is evidence to the contrary. But still,
Well, I guess that makes you normal. I guess there's a whole lot of politicians who make promises they have no intentions of keeping. So at least you're upfront about it.
oh, for sure.
Sure.
And of course, I think my thing has been, not just an internet joke, but it interacts and mixes in with real life, and I interact with real candidates, real politicians, real media. I'm on the ballot this year. My first general election ballot ever. I'm on the ballot in Delaware. So in Delaware, there's 5 names on the ballot. There's Harris, there's Trump, there's RFK, Chase Oliver of the Libertarians, and me. So everybody in there is just gonna boom.
Oh, you might get a lot of votes in Delaware.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I
don't
know
wanna-
where that shadow's coming from. It's coming from that chair right there.
Oh,
Why? Hold on, somebody else grab it.
yeah. Let's move that chair.
Right? Ain't that where? No, it did.
No,
The
it's
chair
not
moved
the
and the
chair.
shadow's still there.
Ha ha ha.
Where is that damn shadow
My
coming
glasses.
from? That's goofy. It's a ghost shadow. It's bothering me now.
Curious. Well, it just does look like we're strapped into the roller coaster. Whoa!
All right. Anyway, I guess we'll get over it. I guess I'll get over it.
Sure. I mean, I generally don't watch my show after we do it. Do you watch your own shows ever?
No.
No. They happen.
I was like,
in
I remember
a moment in time.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. My shows, I find myself like I'm just sort of talking to the camera by myself for, an hour, a couple hours sometimes. And do you find that a little weird? When you find yourself like you're looking at your own face pretty much, and you're just,
I usually can't go that long.
seeing little comments and stuff.
I'm
and,
4 or 5 minutes. That's about it. Every
Okay.
night, when I used to try to do podcasts for like an hour,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, 10, 15 minutes into it, I am
Yeah.
throwing up.
I don't.
What am I
I've
doing?
never wanted to be a podcaster because I don't like to be a pundit. I don't want to tell people what they should be thinking or like that. It's just much more
I
chill.
don't mind. In fact, I like it appearing on other people's podcasts.
Oh, right. Yep.
But me having my own, I mean, if you Google it, you can find that I've tried several times.
Mhm.
Never works out.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get
Sometimes
back to presidential.
Well, no, I mean, because I
politics
think
here.
this is important, because sometimes you're just not feeling it and stuff, and it's like I'm supposed to be doing the TikToks every other day, and it's like, oh, I'm not feeling it today,
Right.
and it's just a strange thing that we do sometimes, especially on with the social media thing. The presidential thing, that is something that I discovered. That's something that I came across, and I've been doing for close to 40 years now. And what it is, it's just a small little niche that I found that I could make a difference in by utilizing this communication strategy
Yes.
that I've developed. Wearing the boot on my head,
Yes.
promising the American people free ponies, and talking
Yeah.
about zombie power.
When I
and,
first heard of you,
Mhm.
it was the ponies. I was
Yeah.
like, what? What's he talking about? Who's what? He's going to give out everybody a free pony. What? That's how I don't remember what year it was, maybe early 2000s or something
Sure,
like that.
sure.
Not in the 90s.
2012 is when I went viral.
Yeah.
Glitter bombing Randall Terry there.
Yeah, I think I think it was earlier
but it
than
was-
that
it was
I knew
before
you. In
that.
fact, we
I was
were on,
presenting it, yeah.
we were on one of those shows together before that.
Oh, right. Yes.
But and then of course in 2016 when you had the whole blow up with Governor Christie, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. It was.
Look,
Yes, it was.
I also have had a few encounters with Governor Christie too,
Mhm.
and like kind of nice. It's funny.
Sure,
He caught me
sure.
some publicity.
Sure.
And the governor called me by my name, NJ
Yes.
Weedman, and you know he had his opinions. I remember one time he had this whole big speech. The speech was to me, and he said he called weed legalization blood money, and the blood
Ouch.
money
Whoa.
conversation went nationwide. His
Oh, that's-
quotes were nationwide.
Boom.
But the
Wow.
fact that he was talking to me when he
Yes.
said it
Yes, yes,
didn't
yes.
make not one
yes,
single
yes.
publication except for mine. I was so mad about that.
Right.
Like I can find it right now and show
Right.
you.
Yeah.
He
No.
was talking
I
to me
I had that
when he said
amazing
it.
encounter.
And-
Yeah. It was so funny. I mean, Governor Christie, do you support free ponies? Like, no, I hate ponies. I'm like, what? You hate ponies? That's no way. And then his wife comes by, and she's like, oh, hi, Vermin. And I'm like, what? Did you know your husband hates ponies? And, oh, I just don't know, Vermin. And then I get thrown out.
I think he's a funny character. He's a funny
is.
character too.
He is, and he's definitely anti-Trump. So there you go.
Yeah, he's turned anti-Trump.
He did.
He wasn't at
He
first.
did. Sure.
I was actually
At least
shocked that he was down with Trump, even though he's a Republican and I disagreed with him on a lot of things.
That's politics.
But
you know,
I
mean,
never looked at
people saw which way things were
as
going.
serious Republicans. I didn't think any serious Republicans would take Trump serious. And I think that half the country, more than half the country, did not take him serious.
Oh, sure.
And then he won.
He was another goofball, but
He was more. He was more in our league. How did this happen?
I paved the way for Trump. I made that claim once. I said, oh, I just showed the ridiculousness of politics, and Trump saw that opening, and he jumped on in there.
Well, there's a couple other guys that kind of claim that too. Jesse Ventura and what's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sure. Al Franken made that
Arnold
transition.
Schwarzenegger could have became president if he was an American.
Right?
You know that?
Could have made that trajectory with that Shriver connection and the Kennedys and all that. Could have happened. Yep.
And you know who? Al Franken, I don't think should have resigned.
Right.
Imagine all the lies and shit goes on nowadays in politics. And the first time something came up, he lied about it. He resigned.
Tasteless photo, but those comics, man. I mean.
Yeah, and he's a comic anyway, so he should have brushed it off as he was
the
joking.
thing about Al Franken is he should have continued to be funny on the Senate floor. He should have continued his stand-up career, there in the House and given some funnier speeches than he did. You know, he transitioned into a real politician and got.
I think you was right, man.
Sure.
What, he came back and tossed it back?
I was just cleaning.
I'm right in the
Oh,
middle.
we're live
I'll
then.
get
Yes,
you.
it is. Yeah, sorry about that. and so these days, you've made this transition from celebrity activist who was quite successful, by the way, in helping legalize weed and making weed a legal substance here in New Jersey, and now you've become a business owner.
Well, hold it. Back up.
Okay, let's back it up.
I was a business owner before any of that ever
okay.
happened.
I stand
but
corrected.
wait a minute. My business was illegal.
Yes.
I was selling weed in the 90s, and I really felt like I had a business. I really had employees.
Mm-hmm.
I really had people who hustled with me. But
Sure.
to be honest with you,
you had customers, you had
I
employees.
had customers, I had
You had a product.
employees.
You were
Yeah.
providing a service.
Yep. And somehow after Proposition 215 in California, 200 in Arizona, then the idea of it really becoming legal and a business became real to me. And I was watching other people in other states do it. And I was arguing for it here. That's really what I was arguing for. So I was arguing to be able to do what.
Just the right to do it the way you want.
So,
You're
yes.
not underground, not a
And I got
illegal
caught a couple
operation.
times. My arrest all became public. But instead of laying down and falling out and taking plea bargains, I fought all my cases. And fighting my cases, I caught a lot of attention. The whole jury nullification concept that I adopted
Nice.
caught a lot of media attention.
Fantastic. Very good.
Jury nullification was kind of like my boot. People would just,
It's
for
a
some
magic,
reason,
it's a magic phrase.
I have so many people nowadays who they talk to me sometimes, and they'll say, I never heard of jury nullification until I ran into you, or like some type of connection with that particular argument.
It's a very big libertarian talking point.
Yes,
and,
it is. It is.
And that's certainly one of mine. In fact, I have jury duty coming up in Massachusetts in November.
You don't have any felons?
I do not.
No?
I do not.
For some reason, I would have thought you would have caught police plenty of weed charges.
No.
Psychedelic charges.
Surprisingly enough, for all the weird places I put myself, risking arrest, because I've certainly risked arrest any number of times, but the actual number of arrests that I have taken, extremely few, and I'm just lucky. And I think it's because I have a situational awareness, and I think if you have a certain level of situational awareness, you know when to get the F out of somewhere.
True.
Especially in riot world or mass arrest world, or where I do a lot of my work out in the political protest areas.
For some reason, I just would have assumed that you had a few arrests. All right, question. Since I was questioning and answering a president, I'm questioning a presidential
and I usually
candidate.
I don't like to be arrested if I can't sue them. Usually, the few times I get arrested, I've been able to sue them. So,
okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I did.
No, it's not
Thank
good.
you.
Bongs, blunts, or joints? What's your preferred method of smoking?
My own personal preferred method these days is the simple one-hitter.
One hitters. You got one over there.
Yes, I do. It looks like a cigarette. It allows me to
How
smoke
about
in
the
public very easily.
First presidential candidate to smoke on live.
Oh, I would be happy to do that.
I don't know if I've ever seen one. I've heard them. People acknowledge that they smoke.
Yes.
But I've never seen one.
I will tell you this. When I was seeking the
What's that? Yeah,
because
first live stream
I smoked
candidate
weed
took off.
on the debate in 2020 with the John Stossel show during the Libertarian debate.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And the
My Little Weedman show.
I'm just saying.
I get it. He did it with John Stossel.
I'm just saying. He asked a question about drug legalization, and that was my answer. I lit up and shit, so. And during all the debates, I tried to smoke cannabis on the stage through a vape.
See, I missed it. You're
I was
informing
truly
me.
the most stoned fucking candidate during those events.
Dude, I blew it. All right, there you go.
And I'll blow your mind with this one, bro. I smoked weed in 2 states at once. I was on the bridge between Philadelphia, New Jersey,
and there's a
boom.
definite line right there on the bridge.
Totally.
Is it? I never noticed it. I used to walk across that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Yes.
So
Yes,
the
sir.
weed question's out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. I smoke dope and I smoke grass, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. Yeah.
You know what a big legalization topic is becoming now? Some states is over.
Right.
Mushrooms, psychedelics.
I know.
Where you
It's
stand with
amazing.
that?
I am all for it, foursquare for it. It's psychedelics have made me
All right,
the individual that I am today.
So you admit that you
Yes.
do mushrooms?
Oh.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Occasionally I do.
I got some.
Occasionally
I'm gonna give you some of my
Okay.
mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
before I
It's
leave.
one of the last few psychedelics
Yeah.
that I do.
I
I'll
got
do the
mushrooms.
occasional DMT just because it's so quick, fast, down, and dirty.
A lot of people don't realize NJ Weedman has also been NJ Mushroom Man.
Ooh, I did
for
not
years.
know that. I did not know
I've been
that.
selling mushrooms for years.
Sweet.
I was ahead of the curve also here in New Jersey on mushrooms too. I was shocked though when they basically decrim mushrooms. There was no argument for it.
So they already crimmed down.
New Jersey
Wow.
went from no conversation at all about mushrooms
It's
to
amazing.
one day they
So
voted
cool.
on it and passed some amendment to decriminalize them.
That's incredible.
And here's how it started. It was a side product of another argument.
Mm-hmm.
It was Senator Rice in Newark, black senator. He wrote a bill, and it was in the bill, but he wrote a bill that was really in his personal fight with Senator Scutari. Senator Scutari, who was actually the Senate president at the time, he had a bill, and they were both about decriminalized marijuana and this, that, and the other. And then, like I said, Senator Rice put it in, Senator Scutari put a mushroom decrim bill in as a poison pill. He put it in Senator Rice's bill and then presented it to be voted on. And shockingly, the Senate voted yes. And it wasn't even, there was no debate on it. There was no, there's normal guys, there was weed guys for years.
My shit.
There was
that is
no
so
debate
good.
on
That
on
is
that.
so
And
funny.
it was shocking.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then the next day, I was on TV holding up mushrooms. So I was selling mushrooms now.
That's
and I've been selling
amazing.
mushrooms ever since.
That
but
is fucking amazing.
I sold
Wow,
mushrooms
that's
before
so
that.
good.
But so it was just shocking.
It's like the unintended consequences.
It
like
is.
The industrial hemp bill. All of a sudden, they put a cap on the THC levels of the Delta 9, I think it is. And so we were down there in North Carolina, and like you could get weed in any shop with the Delta 8 or whatever Delta 9 is.
They call it all Delta 8 and Delta 9.
I thought that was amazing, and it opened up a whole new cultivation,
You know how many people have to? I would think the way I would think if I lived in North Carolina. And
Not bad either. I smoked it.
I would have all
behind.
this CBD and Delta 8, Delta 9 stuff all in my windows and everything.
Yeah.
And they'd probably stay there. Because everybody would walk in and ask for the weed. And I would sell the weed.
Sure.
And I'm sure they got guys
it's
down
not
there
bad.
getting busted
It's
for
mild.
that.
I mean, it's a milder weed. It has more of this and less of that. But
I get it. I actually.
But also in these shops that are opening everywhere on the street corners, selling this near beer type of weed, they're all selling mushrooms too.
They should be.
So
it's the craze of the last 10 years.
It's very de facto. It was just amazing that it happened. I never thought I would see such a thing.
Yeah, but you ever think about it this way? As a kid, me, saying 20 years old, that was when the crack epidemic really hit in America, and it suddenly appeared, and then suddenly it was there, and everything was like, wow, everybody was doing it, right? At least that's what happened in some places.
Yes, sure.
Well, I feel the same thing is just happening right now with mushrooms. It's just here, but it's a better drug.
Hell yeah.
It's way better. But it disappeared to some people. I've been aware of mushrooms my whole life. But to some people, they've never had them.
Oh, yes.
As a black man, I would tell you that a lot of black people thought of people who did mushrooms as crazy white guys.
Sure.
Crazy white people did stuff like that.
Hippies.
We didn't do that. Right, exactly. Now, I'm not saying everyone thought that, because I happen to grow up in Sicklerville, New Jersey, y'all. Anybody wants to write a trivia question, where did Weedman grow up? Sicklerville, New Jersey. Anyway,
I was gonna say.
So obviously all my neighbors were white guys. My friends, my childhood friends, my early childhood friends were white kids. The little dirt bikes I got into, all the country shit, fishing, everything. Like I grew up as a suburban, rural black kid. Which is funny. I have a place right smack dab in the urban center of Trenton right now.
Yeah.
But
there's other weed joints on this block, even, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
that's an interesting thing. I think it's a great thing that that a city can, even a block can sustain like 3 or 4 weed places.
Well,
that's crazy.
If we turned into this to the weed man want to bitch about shit show, I could bitch on that topic.
Okay, I don't want
to do that. I was laughing about that.
It sort of
it's
blew
funny.
my mind when I saw it. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah, but that's amazing too. But what I was getting at when I brought up that was the fact that as a kid, I encountered people who did mushrooms before, whether their parents, whatever, were growing up in the suburbs. So I always kind of knew about mushrooms. I always thought that was an asset that I had. That anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But
they're
in the
magic.
last 10 years,
I mean, they are magic, literally magic. They are
where
mushrooms.
the public acceptance of them are everywhere. I don't care where you go now, you can find mushrooms, or at least someone who has mushrooms or talking about mushrooms.
Absolutely.
Or whatever.
And they've helped
if I walked into
a
a club
friend,
and said, "Who does mushrooms?" people's hands go up.
I have a friend who had non-resistant depression, deep depression throughout his whole life.
And mushrooms help.
He started doing the mushrooms and then microdosing and megadosing, and it's made a huge difference.
I just like doing it once in a while. The
Same.
microdosing to me
Same.
became like a false sense of something. And we always have to change.
It's a little, right. It's just a little bit of electric.
So
give you a little bit of a smile, and you know you're definitely a little bit high.
Yeah, I did that a few times, but then it
but
just felt like I was like high all the time for no reason or something like that. Was just mushroom highs are different than a weed high. I can smoke weed all day for days.
Same.
And I
same.
feel
I saw a billboard
but-
out in Michigan. I think and we come back. It says, "Stoned, don't drive," and I'm like, "How the hell am I going to get anywhere?"
Oh, everybody drives and smokes weed. You know about my car? My Weedmobile? I've had Weedmobiles
it's made out of
my whole
weed?
life. No, this one is a police car. It looks like a state trooper car. New Jersey State Trooper, but it says pot trooper. And I ride that around all day, every day.
Fun.
And
Funny.
everybody who's riding, smoking weed, shows me their joints. If I had 50 cents for everybody who showed me that they were smoking while driving, I would have a nice chunk of change.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like maybe
That's
the last
so
2 or
good.
3 days, riding down the
Wow.
highway, I looked over and the car's blowing the horn. They're like,
Wow.
dude.
Too funny.
I see
Different world we
pipes,
live in, man. I
see
remember when
bongs.
first time I was in Oregon, and with legal weed, and just the level of paranoia that you have in your head, or did have up to that point.
Yeah.
To see it gone, to like live your whole life when you're driving along, knowing that like you don't have a lot of weed, but you have weed, and you could get jacked up and thrown in jail.
Yeah, it changes your whole
And
life.
it's like it was like, wow, this is amazing. And same in New Zealand. We were just traveling around with an open ounce right there and not giving a fig because it was so laid back. And that's the way it should be, of course.
Yeah, it always should have been this way.
It always should have been this way. Agreed.
Who knows how they're going to work out the money aspects of it, though. That's the only problems I have with this. Like, obviously, I was selling marijuana on the black market, and I
Are you
wanted to be
able
illegal.
to open up bank accounts and all that now? Or?
No, you still can't open
do
up
that.
Yo,
Okay.
oh my God, that's a whole nother story. If you're a big corporation and you have all these shadow corporations and this corporation and that corporation and this subdivision, they can get lots and lots of money, cash, from the public, and then by the time it makes it to their bank accounts and their stock market, it's legal and everything. The little guy, he can't put it in the bank. He can't do certain things. He can't get loans. If I had a company that I sold dildos, condoms, and boots.
Yes,
I could show.
I would be there. I would so be there. Let me tell
All right,
you.
so who in the audience was coming for the dildos?
When does the store open, Weedman?
All right,
New Jersey Dildo Man. Coming soon.
If I had a store like that and was able to present the cash that I've generated selling marijuana, I would be like a legitimate business that could, when you want money to expand, you can go to get a loan, you can buy assets, you can reveal certain cash. If
You get the feeling that
Right.
Joe Biden might do anything about that?
I don't know. Like there's certain things, it's all moving that way. Like
Yeah, it is.
there's
It certainly should. It's about time.
there was a bill that was just presented somewhere. I'm not even as accurate with all my marijuana facts anymore because that's how far removed I've gotten from certain things. But anyway,
Right.
I do know that there was a bill recently that passed one of the houses that was to remove the banking restrictions, which would help little guys way more than it would help big businesses.
Ultimately, cannabis, like porn, is a huge multi-billion-dollar operation and probably one of the largest economic engines in the country.
It is, with or without the banks.
And the fact that the
That's
bankers don't want a taste of that.
No, they do.
They do, and the tax people do.
Yes.
So why don't they just get with the program and do
It's-
what they're gonna do and start extorting you?
You know who it really is that's stopping that and stopping anything marijuana related anymore? Those senators from the flyover country. And I say flyover, being a snob, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sure. So
Kansas, Iowa,
classist thing,
Nebraska. Those senators from those states, Louisiana, they block all that type of legislation. Even if it passes in the House, it can't get through the Senate.
just like flossing.
Just like the abortion bills.
Right.
The same type of people to get into political, the conservative.
Anything could pass the House.
Yeah. In sheer numbers.
Yeah.
That's what happens. But the Senate, everyone's allotted equal. Each senator has, a vote.
Yeah.
Each state has
takes
2.
And if you want that vote, it's going to take a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of lobbying, a lot of money to get that vote out of that senator.
Saying all that, we know who you're voting for, presidential-wise.
Oh,
yourself.
I generally don't vote for myself. I generally write in my VP candidate.
Okay.
As a rule, Jimmy McMillan in 2012, the performance artist Matthew Silver in 2016. I had, of course, Spike Cohen, who went on to become the actual Libertarian vice presidential nominee.
Wait, he
in
was your
2020.
VP? He was your VP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, in fact, we ran the entire election.
What year was that?
That was in 2020, 4 years ago.
Okay.
It was a pretty amazing campaign. It was wild. It was the only campaign I've ever run where I was actually seeking the nomination of a party. I mean, it was.
I saw you.
It was
I don't
surreal.
remember which
I did a
thing
bunch
I
of
was
debates.
watching.
traveled around.
I remember noticing. I was like, wow, Burger's getting some plug.
I made a run, man. I made a run on their left. I had the Libertarian Socialist Caucus backing me up. We were making our move, man, and we came pretty close. When all was said was done, I ended up with 20% of the delegates. Not too shabby. I mean, that's
I don't
a
remember
pivot,
the numbers, but I do
but,
remember,
it was
wow,
a very
and he got
respectable
votes.
pivot from total comedian satirical candidate to somebody who was like, could be their nominee. It felt like it was going to happen at one point. And of course,
That would have been earth-shattering.
yeah, I mean, I had to come up with a whole new character, serious Vermin. I had to, tack a little right. I had to talk the libertarian talking points, but I was still able to make jokes about the things and have fun with it and try and convince them. It was a very hard sell because a lot of them they're literal. They're so literalist. They weren't getting the joke. So I spent over a year explaining the joke to them and why it was a good idea and why a serious party could nominate a joke candidate and not be considered a joke party.
They did do that.
Yeah,
kidding.
so
But-
things got crazy, but it was fun. It was quite an experience.
Unbelievable.
And this year
So
is
who knows?
sort of like
This year,
much more
5
low
years.
key.
What about smaller? Have you tried to run for a small office in your town or near you, where everybody knows you?
You're familiar with the phrase "don't shit in your nest."
So
I
you
try
never-
and
yeah.
not do that if I can. I mean, right now I'm the hippie who lives in the woods. For many years I was, and now I'm the famous hippie who lives in the woods.
Okay.
And that's enough. I like to go to the town dump and just do my town dump
I'm
thing.
just wondering.
And
I'm saying that because I've always been like in the past a protest candidate. I really had no intention of winning.
Sure.
I really
Same.
was like,
Same.
fuck you. I'm getting on the ballot so I can
that's
say
a great
few,
thing.
Say
What a
few
great thing
things.
to do with that platform that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's another thing that we have in common. That we saw that opening
So-
and we worked it.
So I say that I'm thinking about running for a very local office right
Mm-hmm.
here in Trenton. And I think I could win in a local office.
Right.
And if I talk serious, and
I
if I
suspect
deal
you
with
could.
whatever
Sure.
my past is, I can deal with whatever
course.
it is. I have an explanation, or I wear it like a badge anyway.
Exactly.
You can't say, "Oh, he's been arrested for marijuana distribution." That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I bet
my
you would.
whole
I bet you'd
life
run a
changed
respectable
because- yeah,
race,
I
for
could-
sure.
I could-
And you
I-
could
I
talk
think-
to the issue.
Yeah, I think I can talk
Now
about
you're a
a lot of
local,
issues.
respected business person of sorts.
I still have my baggage.
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah,
Don't
we
we all?
do.
We're all people and stuff. But,
So, since Kamala didn't come, Biden is, how do you feel about that? About Biden being off the ballot, Harris
pretty wild.
getting the nomination,
Mhm.
and now she's running against Trump.
Well,
And,
it's a fact that
we-
I received more votes in the primaries than Kamala did. Fact.
I get it.
So
But I
there,
think
so
the
there is that.
process is
But on the
there.
other hand, I think most people are totally on board with it simply because of the rules of secession.
Right.
President, vice president,
Yeah.
and that you couple that realistically with the fact that the DNC can do anything that they want to and nominate anybody or thing that they want to. All power to her. She ain't Trump, and
Right.
what the fuck? She in her own ways is a horrible person with baggage, but she ain't some lunatic. She's not a full-on lunatic.
Yeah.
She may have a few, drawbacks or whatever, but obviously we are the best choice for the job, a co-presidency, if you will. So, but being on the ballot in Delaware has been a lot of fun. We've had a little tour every night. We're out and about and meeting the people.
So what town in Delaware are you going to be in tomorrow? I did see your schedule. I saw you had 2-3 dates in Delaware. This date right here in New Jersey.
Yes.
And then back to Delaware. So where are you
Yes.
going back to Delaware to?
I think we're back in Wilmington, tonight. We're trying to get out to Rehoboth Beach. We're trying to get down to Dover. We're trying to get to Newark. I want to work the state a little bit.
There's
it's been working
a
pretty
nice
good.
hippie community, or I'd say a reggae community, a little off down in, I think it was Rehoboth Beach.
Probably.
They have it. I've been
makes
down there a
sense.
couple times, and I remember going down there, and there was like a Caribbean restaurant. There was some reggae something there, or maybe I went to a show. Maybe I just assumed all these hippies were from there.
Yeah, no, I've been just.
I went to like a little bar or
Uh-huh.
something. It was like a whole
Yeah, we've been
reggae
doing a lot of
community.
open mics, and I've had the B-side band backing me up. They were playing here earlier,
Oh yeah.
and that's sort of a new thing that I don't usually play with a band backing me up, but since I do, then I become more of a singer in a band type of thing. Still a good show though, I do the hour show. I sing a lot of songs, a lot of audience participation, rants and raving, and it's at a different level now, so it's a lot of fun.
All right, well, guess we're going to wrap it up. So
Okay,
would
makes
you,
sense. Well, I want to thank you very much for your time here this afternoon, this evening. I want to thank you very much for allowing us to play on your stage. It's always a pleasure to be here, and thank you very much, and wishing you nothing but the best in all your endeavors.
Got it. Wait, I have one more last thought.
Yes,
In New Jersey, if someone wanted to vote for you, though, they'd have to write you in.
it would.
They'd have to write you in. So
Yes.
you did not get on
And
the
I
ballot.
don't know.
in
Yeah,
New Jersey.
correct.
But in Delaware, you got on the ballot.
Yes, I mean you
Okay.
can always write me in, and it
Yeah.
probably won't be counted. And a vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote completely thrown away. So there is that. And of course, friends, remember that there are indeed two types of people on this planet: those that like ponies and those that will not survive the transition times, because the road to Ponotopia will not be easy. No. Not all of us are gonna make it. There will be hardships. There will be sacrifices. Human sacrifices. Because together, let me show you this. The road to Ponotopia will be paved with the glitter-encrusted skulls of our vanquished foes. Because together, we're going to ride our ponies into a zombie-powered future. Which is why, now, more than ever, you must ask yourself, what are you going to name your pony?
I'm ending this live.
Okay, no, I'm fine.
I'm kidding.
All right.
All right, man. Catch you later, man.
All right. Thank
Peace.
you very much. Peace out, everybody. All righty, people. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you sooner.
Oh boy. We'll
All
see
right.